Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a Crow Cadillac, coupe to fill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose?
Well, welcome to Shoshoni High School. I'm Cody Beers, and this is the Fremont County Game of the Week on 99.1 FM. And we're live on YouTube at YO Today. All you have to do is look for Shoshoni versus Rocky Mountain. It's a rematch of the state championship game of a year ago. The game that Shoshoni won inside War Memorial Stadium in Laramie. I'm Cody Beers, and we're ready for the Hampton Inn pregame show here on 99.1 FM. Scores today, it was Grable over Wyoming Indian, 56-14. That was actually last night. Today it was Wind River earning a hard-fought win over Big Piney. Final score in that one, Wind River 20, Big Piney 18. It was Thermopolis beating Rich County, Utah, 28-24. Right now over in Lander, it's Buffalo 13, Lander nothing. That was a 6 p.m. kickoff. And at 7 p.m. tonight, it'll be Riverton kicking off against Rollins. That will be on 93.9 FM. Of course, that Lander game over on 93.1 FM. It's the Wind River Radio Network's marathon football coverage on Friday nights. And tonight, it's Shoshoni. They come into this season, or into this game, 2-1 overall, 1-0 in conference play. They'll play the Rocky Mountain Grizz, who comes in at 2-1 overall and 1-1 in conference play. This is a critical conference game for both squads, and we'll hear from Tony Trumpler coming up as we move along here in the pregame show. But Wind River, they improved to 3-0 today and took over first place in the West 9-man conference. And right behind them is Shoshoni at 1-0, Riverside at 1-1, and Rocky Mountain at 1-1. So a lot of things are on the line tonight as we get right at the mid part of the conference schedule for the Shoshoni Wranglers. And what a beautiful night it is. It was windy over in Riverton. Left Riverton to come over here expecting papers blowing all over outside this press box, but there's not a breeze. And it's beautiful, and it's sunny. And there's not a cloud in the sky as we look at the Owl Creek Mountains to our left and look toward that vast prairie on the way to Casper right in front of us, looking straight east here at Shoshoni High School, Wrangler Field. So this is the pregame show, the Hampton Inn pregame show. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come right back with the coach interview. Tony Trumpler coming up next on 99.1 FM.
Family care for your health care. In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Hi. And now we'll hear from Shoshoni coach Tony Trumpler. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn. All right, Cody Beers here with Coach Tony Trumpler. Hey, rematch of the state championship. This is a big conference game for you guys tonight in Shoshoni.
Yeah, this is huge. You know, like you said, it's a repeat of the championship. I think both teams are hungry. You know, it's not a rivalry, but it kind of is a rivalry. We play each other tough all the time. When we're down and they're up, we still have tough games and vice versa. So it'll be a good game.
Well, not many easy games left as you already heading toward mid-season.
Yeah, we're definitely in the tougher part of our schedule, and you know, starting to playoff picture might be starting to kind of play out a little bit, but you know, we just have to take it one game at a time. So.
A lot of competition on the west side of the state. Wind River managed to get by Big Piney today, so you know, that kind of tells you a little bit about what you're facing going ahead.
Yeah, you know, coming into this, we knew Wind River was going to be tough. Big Piney was going to kind of is kind of still the dark horse for everybody, where nobody's really kind of know what to think of them. But you know, they're definitely showing that they're here in 9-man to make a statement. So you know, you can't look past them by any means. So.
Tell me about this Rocky Mountain team a little bit. What do you expect them to try to do tonight?
You know, they have a good quarterback. He likes to run the ball. He's not afraid to throw it down the field. You know, they're going to kind of, their offense is going to be based around him, and we shut him down, and we should be just fine.
Coach, how you doing health-wise? Have you made any adjustments in your offense since week 1?
Not really. Just kind of knock some of the rest off, really. We're healthy. Everybody's healthy, so we should be good to go.
Got the trumpet playing out here as the team entered the field.
Yeah, they found this song. It's a UFC fighter a reliever in baseball that comes out to it, and they love it, and it actually kind of hypes you up pretty good. So we're okay with it. So it's kind of their new thing.
All right, Coach. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you.
Tony Trumpler on the pregame show.
New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Welcome back to Shoshoni High School. This is the pregame show. Cody Beers here high above the court, and we're waiting for Guardian helicopters, life flight, to bring in the game ball here on the pregame show. We've got about 6.5 minutes to go, and you know, Trumpler, he is not really interested in, you know, showing too many new wrinkles. Shoshoni going to come out. They're going to do what they do against the Rocky Mountain Grizz, and we'll see how it goes tonight. The Grizzlies, well, they hope to dodge injuries this season. Key players for this Rocky Mountain team, and Coach Richard Despain in his 7th year at Rocky Mountain. They went 9-2 last year and lost to Shoshoni down in Laramie in that state championship game. Key players, involved senior Nate Minnemeyer. He's an offense and defensive lineman. Quarterback, defensive back, senior Carson Weber. Wide receiver, defensive back, senior Colin Haslam. And another lineman, Dylan Clendon, a senior offense and defensive lineman. This Grizzly team, well, they'll play Grable next week and Riverside, St. Stephen's, and then they'll conclude, and we'll have that game on October 20th after they travel to Wind River. This Rocky Mountain team, they got hurt last year, and they had at least one different starter go down in each of their first 4 games last year. And 9-man is one of those games where you just can't have that happen. As Guardian Flight bringing in the game ball here off to our right, and they're going to bring it right into Shoshoni if you can see them coming in hot here. They've got 7 starters back on offense, 5 on defense, and 5 All-Staters returning and 3 seniors back from injury. So Rocky Mountain's going to be a threat. Rocky Mountain's 5 returning All-State selections is only second to defending champion Shoshoni. The All-State returners are the seniors Dylan Clendenin, Russell Crosby, Colin Haslam, Nate Minnemeyer, and Carson Weber. Hey, we're going to take a break as we'll get Guardian Flight coming down. It's getting loud here inside Shoshoni High School. This is a pretty cool event. Go out. There you go. All right, they're coming down here at Shoshoni High School, and it's a pretty cool deal as they bring in the game ball for tonight's game. This team last year was led by Weber, who's a dual threat quarterback, completing 65 of 135 passes for 1,209 yards and 16 touchdowns. He also ran 127 times for 875 yards and 11 touchdowns. So they do a lot of things in this offense, the Rocky Mountain Grizz. And we'll go and we'll look at some stats here for Rocky Mountain. They have beaten Wright 59-0, and they lost to Big Piney 12-8. 2 weeks ago, they did not have a game last week. This Rocky Mountain Grizz team, Carson Weber leads them in rushing. He's got 8 attempts for 83 yards. Madison Ames, 9 carries for 47 yards. Weber has completed 9 of 14 passes for 173 yards. Keldon Betcher is the leading receiver. He's caught 3 passes for 95 yards. And Jackson Hunas has caught 4 balls for 70 yards. Keldon Betcher also has another reception for 40 yards. All-purpose yards, Carson Weber leads Rocky Mountain with 267 yards. And so defensively, Hanusa is the top defensive tackler, and Clendenin is second for the Rocky Mountain Grizz. On Shoshoni's side, well, they've come in 2-0 to start things off as they lost their season opener. We were here, and Pine Bluffs took them down 34-26. They came back a week later, took it out on Grable 53-0, and then they played the East JV last week, Cheyenne East JV, and won 54-21 in that game. Shoshoni ran 49 times for 420 yards. Leading rusher for this Shoshoni team, Peyton Trumpler, 18 carries for 240. Actually, he's got the 3 best rushing attempts, or stat-wise for this team, 245 yards, 237 yards, and 101 yards. Let's look at the cumulative for Trumpler. In 3 games, he's ran 57 times for 583 yards and 10 touchdowns. Cannon Campbell with 25 rushes, 161 yards. Passing-wise, Alex Mills, 28 of 51. That's 55% for 494 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Receiving-wise, it's Trey Fike leading the way, 16 catches, 255 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Trumpler, the second leading receiver, with 4 catches. Defensively for this team, Dominic Jarvis leads the Wranglers. He's got 42 defensive points, 19 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss and an interception. Alex Mills with 40 defensive points. He's got 12 tackles, 3 interceptions, 2 pass blocks, and 1 tackle for loss. Peyton Trumpler at 39 defensive points. He's got 21 tackles. He's got 12 assists, 2 tackles for loss, 1 interception, and 1 pass block. The next fourth leading tackler is Cannon Campbell. He comes in with 33 defensive points. Quentin Clark at 24, Trey Fike at 21, Jackson Stanley at 21, Tucker Maddock at 15 defensive points, and Kellen Lennon with 13 defensive points. So those are your stats. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn. And as we get ready to line up for the national anthem, we'll take a break and we'll see what's going on here. They've added more time to the clock. We've got about 9:50 to go before we get underway. So we'll take a break. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites on 99.1 FM, KWYW.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete,
Let's zoom out. Welcome back on the pregame show. We're waiting for officials to show up, and so it looks like Guardian Flight is getting ready to take off here at Shoshoni High School. We are waiting on officials, so we've got about 8 minutes that they've added on to the pregame, and we'll see how it goes here. But anyway, as they get ready to roll out of here, hey, thanks to Guardian Flight for bringing in the game ball here at Shoshoni. Pretty cool deal on a Friday night in the small town here in Fremont County, so pretty cool. So we'll take a break as we get ready. The colors coming out. We'll go ahead and stay with it as the colors getting ready to come out here at Shoshoni High School, led by their instructor, Cody Myers. And the color guard. 7 o'clock kickoff here at Shoshoni High School. Waiting on officials coming over from Thermopolis tonight. And that's kind of the quandary that we're in nationwide, is when do we get to start these games? Because there is a shortage of football officials, and if you'd like to be part of the officiating crews, hey, come and take the classes and get involved and help these kids play football, because without officials, it's no more than a scrimmage, and people need to remember that when they're giving the officials a hard time or criticizing. You know, it's easy to sit back and point fingers, but they need the help of everyone involved, and consider being an official. It's a great way to get some exercise and be around kids, and you know, you might have to put an earplug in now and then, but you know, it is what it is. So as we wait for the colors to come on the field, we'll take a quick break. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites. Hey, give them a shout. Hey, they're great members of our community, and we appreciate everything that Hampton Inn and Suites does for our young people throughout Fremont County.
Car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Welcome back to Shoshone High School as we get the presentation of the colors by Shoshone School Resource Officer Cody Myers and his group of students. We'll stay here for the national anthem.
And now your national anthem by Miss Callie Miller.
Callie Miller singing the national anthem for Shoshone. Nice job by Callie Miller singing the national anthem as the honor guard on the field and doing a nice job. So we'll have our starting lineups by Sutherland's.
Number 7, a senior, Ben Simmons.
Starters for Rocky Mountain will be a senior, 6'4", Ben Simmons, a senior, Carson Weber, he plays quarterback. A senior, Russell Crosby.
A senior, number 22, Brady Fawson.
A senior, Brady Fawson.
A senior, number 30, Keldon Betcher.
A senior, 5'11" senior, Keldon Betcher.
Number 32, Jackson
a
Hanusa.
A senior, Jackson Hanusa, 5'8", 145 pounds. And a senior, Nate Minnemeyer, a 6 foot, 240 pound senior.
Number 77, Dylan Clendenin.
And a senior, 6'1", 247 pounds, Dylan Clendenin. And a senior, 5'9", Colin Haslam. Those are your starters for Rocky Mountain. And now your starters for the Shoshoni Wranglers tonight, the starters. A senior playing wide receiver and cornerback, Trey Fike. A senior playing running back and outside linebacker, Cannon Campbell. A senior playing quarterback and safety, Alex Mills. A senior playing wide receiver and middle linebacker, Dom Jarvis. A senior playing tight end and defensive end, Julian Caballo. A senior playing running back and outside linebacker, Peyton Trumpler. And a defensive end, senior Tucker Maddock. A senior playing offense and defensive line, Theo Litz. And a senior playing offensive defensive line, Kellen Lennon. Corbin DeWitt playing a senior at center, And the final starter for Shoshone, offensive tackle, defensive end, the big man, Jackson Stanley. It'll be Jackson Stanley, Corbin DeWitt, Kellen Lennon, Theo Litz, Peyton Trumpler, Tucker Maddock, Dom Jarvis, Julian Caballo, Alex Mills, Cannon Campbell, and Trey Fike, the starting lineups for the Shoshone Wranglers as we get ready to go. The officials have made it over from Thermopolis, and we're getting ready to go as we get ready for the coin flip. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites, and we'll be back after a break on 99.1 FM, KWYW, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Welcome back. We've got the coin flip, and you can zoom in on that if you'd like. I got good help tonight. My wife Robin is joining me over here in Shoshone, and the officials are in from Thermopolis. They officiated that. The coin is in the air, and it's down on the ground, and we'll see who wins the coin flip. Looks like Rocky Mountain will win the coin flip. They will defer, and it will be Shoshone football as we start out here on a Friday night in eastern Fremont County. So Shoshone's going to receive. They're going to go from the south heading toward the north, and Rocky Mountain will kick off from the north back to the south. So Rocky Mountain will have the choice as we head into the second half. Rocky Mountain coming out in their white jerseys, their maroon pants with gold stripes down the side. Shoshone in their home blue and gold. It says Shoshone across their chest and a little camo on each sleeve. But the Shoshone Wranglers want to get going very quickly if they can right off the bat tonight against Rocky Mountain. Shoshoni comes in 2-1 overall. They're 1-0 in conference play. Rocky Mountain comes in 2-1 overall. They're 1-1 in conference play. And it's a decent crowd over here tonight. People know that this is a rematch of last year's state championship game. The only loss for Rocky Mountain came against a very good Big Piney team who Wind River beat today. And we'll get Carson Weber kicking it off here as we get ready to get underway from Shoshoni High School on a Friday night. Hey, we're excited. We're going to see some good football. Here's a little pooch kit. It's going to be picked up and tackled at about the 43-yard line is going to be Quentin Clark of Shoshoni. So Shoshoni with great field position. It wasn't Carson Weber who kicked that ball. It was actually the player on the right side of the tee. So I'm guessing that any of the three can kick off as we get ready to go from Shoshoni High School. 1st and 10 at the 44 for the Wranglers. Alex Mills out in the short gun. He's got a running back off his right shoulder, and then Peyton Trumpler deep in the eye. In motion, Trey Fike. Here's a handoff straight up the middle to Trumpler. He'll get about 2 yards before he's taken down hard. And a big hit on the play. That hit by number 32, Jackson Hanusa. 2nd and 7 for Trumpler. Just underway, 11:26 to play from Shoshoni High School. In the gun, Mills. He'll hand off straight up the middle again to Trumpler. And Hanusa wraps him up, takes him down again after a gain of 1. So 3rd and 6. 11:06 to play, first quarter. So far, nothing up the middle as they're keying on Trumpler. We had a drone flying over. Now we've got a blue golf cart going around the field. Good crowd here at Shoshoni High School. And Mills out in the gun. 2 receivers set on the right side. He'll fake to Trumpler. Pass it over the middle. Complete to Trey Fike. Down to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain on the play of about 10 yards and a Shoshoni first down with 10:40 to play. So Mills completes his first pass. And Fike with that first catch of the game. So Shoshoni out with a 3-receiver set, left side. Going from our right to our left. Mills in the gun. He'll fade to pass. He's going to be under duress. 3 people after him. Mills looking to run, and he will gain back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a short gain. Right to the line of scrimmage, no gain. So Mills had 3 guys after him. That was probably a screen. And he had nowhere to go. Busting through that line. Rushing for Rocky Mountain. Outstanding rush that time. Led by Brennan Moore, a junior defensive lineman for Rocky Mountain. 2nd and 10. For Shoshoni. Mills in the short gun off his right shoulder. Trumpler, 3-receiver set. Trumpler with the ball. He'll be wrapped up after another short gain. And that tackle on the play is going to go to number 19, Russell Crosby. So gain of 4. 3 carries, 8 yards for Peyton Trumpler early in this game. 9:40 to play, first quarter. So another 3rd down and long. This one 3rd and 6 as Mills in the short gun. Cannon Campbell off his left shoulder. It's going to be an option, and then he hand off back the other way. Cannon's going to get a first down and more. He's out to the races inside the 15. Cannon Campbell wrestled out of bounds at the Looks like the 12-yard line. It's a good gain on the play. 26 yards for Cannon Campbell. That was a little offside trap, and it was blocked perfectly, and a first down for Shoshoni. So 26-yard run for Cannon Campbell. 9:07 to play first quarter. Shoshoni on the move. They were expecting Peyton Trumpler. Short gun, Dom Jarvis in the backfield. Here's Cannon Campbell again, back to Trumpler. He's going to be inside the 5, down to the 1. Faked me out. Gain of 10. And it's going to be first down. So gain of 10 for Trumpler. 4 carries, 18 yards on this drive for Peyton Trumpler. First and goal. Quickly, Shoshoni making things work here. Rocky Mountain came out with a lot of pressure. A senior-dominated squad for the Rocky Mountain Grizz. Here's Mills in the short gun. He'll hand off. And a touchdown. Dom Jarvis off the left side. 3-yard run. Touchdown, Shoshoni. So 6-0. Shoshoni. And we got the cannon here at Shoshoni High School. 6-0 Wranglers. We'll get Jarvis on with the kick. And the kick is up. It's good. 7-0 Shoshoni. 8:18 to play in this first quarter. A good opening drive for the Shoshoni Wranglers here. And we'll be back.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back. Dom Jarvis to tee it up and kick it off. Back deep for this Rocky Mountain team. We'll get it here. It's a little pooch kick, and it's going to be covered up by one of the big linemen on the play, number 40, Nate Minnemeyer. So Minnemeyer falls on the ball, and it'll be first down and 10 for Rocky Mountain. Outstanding field position for the Grizzlies. First and 10 at their own 41. So Carson Weber, the quarterback, comes out. And we'll get one running back behind him. It's Jackson Hanusa, the 5'8", 140-pound senior. Here's Weber under center. He'll fade to pass. It's going to be a little flip pass out the right side, complete out to the 49. And catching that ball for Rocky Mountain is Colin Haslam. So 7-0 Shoshoni, and a gain of 7 already for Rocky Mountain on first down out to the 40, about 48-yard line. We'll say second and 3 for Rocky Mountain. Weber out in the short gun, Hanusa behind him. In motion is going to be the running back. They got 2 guys in motion, no call, and Trumpler is going to chase and tackle Brady Fossen, but not before a first down on a 5-yard run by Fossen. Had 2 guys in motion on that play at the same time, and there was no hankies thrown. So first down and 10 for Rocky Mountain. Ball at the 47-yard line of Shoshoni. 7:35 to play first quarter. Here at a beautiful night in Shoshoni for football. Lights on, sun setting here. Here's Weber. He's going to get the snap, and he's off to the races. He'll have a first down And he's taken down over on that far side by Trey Fike, but not before the run goes all the way to the 32. That'll be a gain of 15 for Carson Weber. And a Rocky Mountain first down. It looked like a busted play, but Weber broke it out and got the first down. So 1st and 10 at the Shoshoni 32. Wranglers leading it 7-0 with 7:16 to play first quarter. Here's Weber in the shotgun, Hanusa behind him. In motion, Fossen. They'll fake the handoff to Fossen and get Hanusa. He'll be taken down by Dom Jarvis on the play. So short gain by Fossen of about 2 yards. 3rd down, 2nd and 7, 6:47 to play first quarter. 2nd and 8 for Rocky Mountain. Here's Weber under center, calling out orders. He'll take the quarterback sneak, and he'll be wrestled down after a first down, but we're going to get a illegal procedure, false start call on Rocky Mountain, so that will be the first penalty of the game. So 1 penalty for 5 yards on Rocky Mountain. And that'll eliminate a nice gain on the quarterback sneak by Carson Weber. 7-0 ball game here. We're on WYO Today at YouTube. Also on 99.1 FM, and we're proud to bring you this broadcast on the Wind River Radio Network. Our Fremont County game of the week. 6:32 to play. Weber in the gun, and we're going to get a jump off sides by Shoshoni. Jumping off sides that time was senior defensive lineman Kellen Lennon. So, Rocky Mountain backs up 5 yards, and then Shoshoni gives it right back and backs up 5 yards. And it'll be right back where we're at. 2nd and about 8 for the Grizzlies. 6:29 to play first quarter. Here's Weber in the shotgun. He'll fade to pass. And he's got all kinds of time. Long pass, it's going to go out of bounds. Pass intended on the play for Keldon Betcher. And it was a good-looking pass. Trey Fike had outstanding coverage on the play. It'll set up 3rd and 8 for Rocky Mountain. 6:20 to play first quarter. 7-0 lead for the Wranglers. Here's Weber out in the shotgun. He'll fade to the right side, getting pressure. Now he's going to take off running. He's got a wide open field up the middle. He's going to go all the way down inside the 5-yard line. A big run. It'll go all the way from the 30 to about the 2-yard line. 28-yard run for Carson Weber, and there was nobody in the middle of the Shoshone defense. Can you zoom in a little? All right, 1st and goal from the 2 for Rocky Mountain. Just inside 6 minutes to play. Here's Weber. He's going to sneak it in for the touchdown. And it's a 2-yard touchdown run for Rocky Mountain. So just like that, it's 7-6. 2 possessions, 2 scores. Weber, 2-yard touchdown run. And we'll see what they do here as they're going to kick it away. And kicking the ball for Rocky Mountain is going to be the senior wide receiver, Colin Haslam. Weber on the hold. Haslam kicks left-footed. Not something you see in football very often, let alone high school. Haslam's kick going to be blocked by Peyton Trumpler. And the score stays Shoshone 7, Rocky Mountain 6. We'll be back after I change the score here. 7-6 ball game. We'll be back on KWYW, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
Central Wyoming. College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Welcome back as we get ready to kick it off here in a 7-6 ball game, our Fremont County game of the week. And we're proud to be here. Here's Carson Weber. He'll kick it off. It's going to be a little pooch kick down the middle, picked up by Peyton Trumpler at the 25. He'll be wrestled down at the 33-yard line. So short run back for Shoshoni, and we'll get the Wrangler offense back on the field. We've had 2 offensive possessions in this game, and it's led to 2 scores. First at the 8:18 mark, Dom Jarvis on a 3-yard touchdown run. Jarvis hit the PAT kick, 7 plays, 67 yards on that drive for Shoshoni. But then Rocky Mountain came back and scored 2.5 minutes later. Here's Mills out in the short gun. Mills going to hand off left side. Nope, he fakes it. Throws a long, wide open Trey Fike at the 50. We'll see how far he can go, all the way down to the 30-yard line where he'll be taken. That's going to go, let's see, 37-yard gain from Mills to Trey Fike. 1st and 10 for Shoshoni at the Rocky Mountain 31. So Mills completes his second pass of the game. Two for 2 for 37. Here's Mills under duress. He's going to go around the right side and take off running. He's going to easily get the first down for Shoshoni. Just scrambled his way, went around that right end, then held his arm out. It's going to be a gain. We're going to say 13 yards on the play for Mills. So 2 carries for 15 yards for Alex Mills. 5:11 to play first quarter in a 7-6 ball game from Shoshoni High School. We've got twilight football here. September 23rd, you couldn't ask for a nicer night. Here's Trumpler. He's going to get wrapped up the middle, and it's going to be the little guy wrapping him up right in the middle again. Hitting him low was Jackson Hanusa, 5'8", 140-pound senior for Rocky Mountain. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wranglers. 4:50 and counting to go in this first quarter. Fremont County Game of the Week on the Wind River Radio Network. And we're proud to be here. A lot of games tonight for the network. 4. Here's Mills. He'll hand off back left side to Trumpler on the... There's a fake to the fullback, and Trumpler gained, we're going to say 3 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 7 at the 15 for Shoshoni. And so far, so good for that middle of the Rocky Mountain defense, holding Shoshoni to basically no gain. We've got 3 running backs in the backfield surrounding Mills. It'll be a fake. Mills going to throw it left, right at the Trey Fike, and we're going to get pass interference on the play as Carson Weber hit Trey Fike just a tad before the ball got there, it looked like. And it'll be a first down for Shoshoni as that flag was thrown at about the 3-yard line. So pass interference, and it should be an automatic first down. We'll see where they mark it. So second penalty on Rocky, and it's a costly penalty. Carson Weber was face guarding on Trey Fike. Is it going to be first down? And they're going to say no, it's not going to be that is a first and goal for Shoshoni. Is that what they're calling over there? Yeah, we'll see what they call. It might still be third down. It's going to be third and less than a yard, not an automatic first down. So big third down play here for the Wranglers. Here's Mills in the shotgun. Expect Trumpler to get the football. He'll hand off left side. Peyton Trumpler easily inside. Goes for the goal line. Touchdown, Shoshoni. On an 8-yard touchdown run by Peyton Trumpler on the third and short play with 3:57 to play first quarter. And Shoshoni again scores on that 8-yard touchdown run by Peyton Trumpler. So Shoshoni 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns. Here's the kick by Jarvis. It's good. 14-6. Now the lead for Shoshoni on that 8-yard touchdown run by Shoshoni's Peyton Trumpler. And Jarvis's PAT kick makes it Shoshoni 14, Rocky Mountain 6. We'll get the score fixed here, and then we'll take a quick break. This is Shoshoni football on the Fremont County Game of the Week. This is a rematch of the state championship game from a year ago. We'll be back on the network.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a Crow Cadillac, coupe to bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back. 14-6 lead for the Shoshoni Wranglers here at Shoshoni High School, and to kick it off will be Dom Jarvis. We'll see if they did a little pooch kick, and that's what they're going to do again. It's going to be fielded at the 45-yard line, and coming up with that number 45 recovering that kick. 7 plays. That drive for Shoshoni, 7 plays and 70 yards. That follows their opening drive of 7 plays and 67 yards. So Rocky Mountain first down at their 45. 3:54 to play first quarter. Wranglers up 14-6 on the WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's Weber in the gun. He'll take off the left side, and a lot of blocking taking place. He's going to get positive yards where he'll be wrestled out of bounds on the play by Trey Fike. Also Alex Mills in on that tackle, but Weber is going to gain, looks like 3 yards. Second down and 7 for Rocky.
At their own 48.
So second and 7 for Rocky Mountain at their own 48. Weber in the shotgun. Receiver each side for the Grizzlies. In motion. And a near handoff, but Weber's going to take off again where he'll be wrestled down short of a first down. Dom Jarvis in on that tackle. Also Cannon Campbell. And the third tackler, Quentin Clark. So 3rd and 3 for Rocky Mountain on back-to-back quarterback scrambles by Carson Weber. Weber already with a 2-yard touchdown run and a 30-yard run to set that TD run up. So Weber in the short gun, Hanusa behind him. Weber will fade to pass. He'll complete it left side, first down for Rocky Mountain and more as Trey Fike finally wrestles number 7, Ben Simmons, out of bounds. So you get used to these names in basketball. And we've got a flag down over on the far side. We'll see what the call is. It's going to be personal foul face mask on Shoshoni. So their first
on the Wranglers.
Their first penalty is going to be a big one. Face mask call as they had to wrestle Simmons out of bounds on that tackle. So it will take the ball all the way to the 20 on that personal foul face mask call. 2:20 to play in the first quarter. Simmons in the short gun. Hanusa behind him. First and 10 for Rocky Mountain. Here's Weber. He'll fade to pass. Deep pass downfield. And great coverage by Quentin Clark. That pass intended on the play for Brady Fossen, and it was incomplete. So Clark busts up a pass that would have taken Rocky Mountain inside the 5. 14-6 lead for the Wranglers. 2:05 to play first quarter. Appreciate all the sponsors making these broadcasts available to all the fans across Fremont County. Lander playing right now over in Lander at Bill Bush Memorial Stadium. Riverton game is underway down in Rollins. I'm guessing the wind's blowing down there. It's beautiful here tonight, not a breath of air. There's Weber in the gun. He'll hand it off right side. Nearly tackled in the backfield and then taken down hard on the play. That tackle by Dom Jarvis as the end around play. That runner, Colin Haslam, and he's taken down hard. And it'll be a loss of 1. So 3rd and nearly 10. Not 3rd and 9 for Rocky Mountain. 1:46 and counting here in the first quarter. Just a beautiful night for football. 3rd and 9 for Rocky Mountain. Here's Weber in the short gun. You can expect he may take off running here if he can. Here's a throw toward the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Rocky Mountain. That's going to be a 20-yard pass. And the receiver on that play, Kilden Betcher from Weber. So 1:20 to play in the first. Weber 20 yards to Kilden Betcher. And we've got a shootout here. Neither defense has been able to stop anyone here. 14-12 ball game. Weber brings them out. They're going to go for 2 on the conversion. Here's Weber in the short gun. In motion is Fossen. He'll get it. And he's going to go around the end and score. We're all tied up. As running it in around the left end is Brady Fossen. So Fossen, 2-point conversion. And with 1:20 to go in the first quarter, it's Shoshoni 14, Rocky Mountain 14. We'll be back after a break, and we'll fix this team score real quick so we come back from a break and don't upset any fans. It's 14-14. We'll be back on 99.1 FM. This is Shoshoni High School football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back. 14-14 ball game. 1:20 to play in the first quarter. After a nifty drive that was a 55-yard drive for Rocky Mountain. And then a 2-point run by Fossen. And we're all tied up 14-14 each. So Weber will line up to kick it. It's going to be a kick to the left side, and it's going to go out of bounds, and a flag will be thrown. That time the ball went out at about the 35-yard line, so I believe Shoshoni will get the ball 1st and 10 at about their 40-yard line. We'll see after the call is made. It will be 1st down and 10 at the 35 of Shoshoni. So the worst field position so far, but we've had 4 possessions and 4 scores in this one. It'll be Shoshoni football, 1:20 to play at their own 35. 1st and 10 as Mills brings them out in the gun. Here's a handoff left side back to Cannon Campbell, and gobbling him up is Hanusa. And we'll get no gain on the play for Cannon Campbell. That was a play that at the other end of the field on the other side scored a touchdown for Shoshoni early in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Wranglers. Tony Trumpler talking things over with Julian Caballo. May have missed a block on that play. Here's Mills in the gun. Off his left shoulder, Peyton Trumpler. 4 receiver set. Handoff right side, Peyton Trumpler. And he'll be taken down after a short gain. Big hit on the play.
Trumpler with a carry. Gain of 1 on the play.
And that hit by Russell Crosby of Rocky Mountain. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Wranglers. 18 seconds to go, first quarter, and I'm not sure they have to even run a play. 4 receivers set for the Wranglers. Here's Mills. He'll fake the pass and then take off running. He's going to be wrestled down short of a 1st down. He'll be wrestled down on about the 38, 39-yard line. And nowhere to go as that full-out blitz by Rocky Mountain was too much to overcome. So that'll end the first quarter of play. We've played 1 from Shoshoni High School. It's Shoshoni 14, Rocky Mountain 14. We'll see what Shoshoni does after the break. This is Shoshoni High School football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, 1 voice, 1 vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941,
Welcome back. Shoshoni back to punt. It'll be Alex Mills letting the ball go, and he'll kick it deep down the middle of the field. It's going to bounce back across the 50. Shoshoni needs to down it, and that's going to go as a 10-yard punt. Ball went straight up in the air. I thought it was going deep, but then it just came straight down as I looked up from my notes. So great field position for Rocky Mountain. 11:53 to play, first half. 13-7 ball game over in Lander as Buffalo leads Lander with 8:45 to go in the second quarter. There was an injury and an ambulance came and took a Lander player off the field. Riverton leads 7-6 in Rollins. That's a second quarter score. Here's Weber in the gun, 4 receivers set. Ball goes over his head. He's got to run backwards, and now he's off to the races. Peyton Trumler giving chase and pulls him down, but Weber was clear back near the 30-yard line, picked up the ball, took off running, and it'll equate to a 2-yard loss for Rocky Mountain. Great athletic play by Carson Weber. I thought he was going to fall on the ball, but he was able to pick it up. And he's going to lose 3 yards on the play, so 2nd and 13 with 11:16 to play, second quarter. So that was a near disaster for the Grizzlies. 4 receivers set, 3 on the right side, 1 on the left for Rocky Mountain. Weber all by himself. He's going to pass right side. It's going to be caught. And they found a hole in that Shoshoni defense. It's going to go for a gain of about 6 yards. Complete pass to Brady Fawson. Down to the Shoshoni 43-yard line. So 3rd and 7. I'm going to go with the announcer there. 3rd and 8 at the 43-yard line. 10:30 to play, first half. All tied up 14 each. Here's a big defensive play for the Wranglers. Weber in the gun, same set. 3 receivers far side, 1 near. He's going to lose the ball off his knee. Ball's going to be kicked out. Cannon Campbell picks it up. He's going to go all the way. Cannon Campbell all the way, 53 yards. Touchdown, Shoshoni. That ball was hiked off Weber's knee, then it was kicked outside. And Weber upset, but Cannon Campbell was in the right place at the right time. And nobody caught the senior as he rumbled 53 yards for the touchdown, a defensive score. Just what the doctor ordered for the Shoshoni Wranglers. So Cannon Campbell, 53-yard fumble return. And that was a tough series. Here's Dom Jarvis. Kick is up. It's good. So Jarvis' kick gives Shoshoni a 21-14 lead. Wow, what a turnaround. It seemed like Rocky Mountain had the momentum. But with 10:03 to play first half, it's Shoshoni 21. And Rocky Mountain 14. We're back after a break. This is Shoshoni football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back, Shoshoni High School. 10:03 to play first half, and what a turnaround that was. Rocky Mountain, great field position, driving the ball a little bit. They had a bad snap on first down, and then it was a bad snap on third down, which led to a Cannon Campbell 53-yard fumble return for a Shoshoni touchdown at the 10:03 mark. And then there was a personal foul on Rocky Mountain, and that will now give Shoshoni the opportunity to kick off the ball from the Rocky Mountain 45. If you're Jarvis, maybe you kick it a little deeper. Here's Jarvis to the ball. He's going to kick it deep, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Rocky Mountain will have a 1st and 10 at their own 20. 10:03 to play in the second quarter. 21-14, and we'll adjust that score. But outstanding defensive play by the Shoshoni defense, and Cannon Campbell off to the races with that 53-yard fumble return. Jarvis perfect on PATs, and it's 21-14 Shoshoni with 10:03 to play first half. So Rocky Mountain with the ball back. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Rocky Mountain won the opening flip, so they will have the ball on the first drive of the second half. Here's Weber out in the gun. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Same set they had the last drive. That was a perfect snap to Carson Weber, and he's going to be taken down by Cannon Campbell after a gain of nothing. Campbell made that tackle. If he doesn't make it, Carson may still be running. So 2nd and 10 for Rocky Mountain. 2 straight plays. Cannon Campbell comes up with big plays. First, we'll have our player of the game brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza and Gatorade. 2 players will get prizes tonight for the Wranglers. Here's Weber in the gun. Same set. 3 receivers right, 1 left. In motion, Simmons. Weber's going to take off running to the right side. He's going to be wrestled down. Another tackle by Cannon Campbell. Also, Dom Jarvis in on that tackle for the Wranglers. Gain of 1. So it'll be 3rd and 9. 3rd and 8 so far. Maybe 8. I'm not sure. 8:54 to play first half. Starting to get chilly out here. Put on a jacket at the next break. Here's Weber in the short gun. Behind him, a running back, 3 receivers set. In motion, Weber's going to take off left side. And he's going to get a first down. Tackle on the play, Dom Jarvis, but Weber's going to gain about 9 yards, 10 yards on that run. So first down and 10 for Rocky Mountain at their own 32-yard line. 8:25 to play, first half. Good crowd on here at Shoshoni, and they've seen a exciting ball game here as Shoshoni up 21-14 with 8:10 to play first half. Here's Weber in the short gun, 2 receivers set. He'll hand off. Nope, he'll throw it left side to Fossen out in the flat. And coming over, making the hard tackle on the play, Alex Mills. Great job by Alex Mills as Fossen with a short gain, about 3 yards on that pass play. 2nd down and 7 for Rocky Mountain. 7:41 to play in this first half. Now with 2:39 left in the second quarter, it's Buffalo up on Lander 22-7. So the Bison gave Cody all they wanted last week before Cody pulled away. Here's Weber. Fumble on the play. Is Shoshoni on it? They are. And coming up with that is number 53 for Shoshoni, Kellen Lennon. So back-to-back turnovers by the Grizz. And Shoshoni in the money again, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. That time, just a missed handoff from Weber. Let's see who he was trying to hand off to. No, not Brady Fossen. I think it was number 21, and we don't have a name attached to that. So it'll be Shoshoni football, 1st and 10 at the Rocky Mountain 32. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Alex Mills in the gun. Now we've got 2 guys in motion. They switch sides, Fike and Stanley. They hand off to Trumpler. He's going to run right into the defense and make it all the way down to the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7 on the play, and that was just good old-fashioned running by Peyton Trumpler. That tackle on the play, Kilden Betcher for Rocky Mountain. 6:50 to play. First half. Shoshoni on the move, 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff, a botched play as Mills going to get away from the tackler and then be taken out of bounds on the play by Fossen, and that's going to be a loss for Shoshoni. Alex Mills turned one way and Peyton Trumpler went the other. And that cost Shoshoni a bunch of yards. About we're going to say 4-yard loss, so 5-yard loss, so 3rd down and 8 for Shoshoni at the 31 of Rocky Mountain. This is 4-down territory as Mills comes out in the gun. He's got 4 receivers in the set. Peyton Trumpler off his right shoulder. Trey Fike in motion. Here's Mills back to pass. It's going to be a screen play to Trumpler. Can he get the edge? He can't, as Fossen with the shoestring tackle inside the 25-yard line. So that's going to get them back as a 7-yard gain leaves Shoshoni with a 4th and about 2 yards to go for a 1st down. 5.5 minutes to play first half. So 4th and 2 at the Rocky Mountain 18. 3 backs in the backfield. Mills in the short gun. Rocky Mountain nearly jumps offside, and they are trying to do the hard count now as Mills changes the play. And it's going to go to Alex Mills. They're going to push him forward, and it's going to be a 1st down for Shoshoni. Nothing fancy there. It was just straightforward. Getting Mills the ball, and he's going to go for a 1st down. So 1st down at the 20-yard line of Rocky Mountain. This drive continues with 4:49 to play in the first half. Good ball game. Beautiful night in Shoshoni. It is starting to, temperature's starting to drop here a little bit. Mills in the gun, 4 receiver set for the Wranglers. Mills drops to pass. He's under duress. He'll throw it deep toward the end zone. Jackson Stanley, touchdown Shoshoni. Wow, what a pass. What a catch by the big man. And it's going to go for 20 yards. Mills to Stanley, touchdown Shoshoni. So back-to-back scores for Shoshoni in this second quarter. Pair of turnovers, and Shoshoni has capitalized. 4:25 to play first half. That was a 20-yard pass. And the kick by Jarvis is good. So Jarvis PAT, and it's 28-14. The Shoshoni Wranglers taking advantage of opportunities in this second quarter. We'll change the score, and we'll get ready to come back here after a quick break. It's Shoshoni 28, Rocky Mountain 14. Welcome back, 28-14 ball game as Dom Jarvis tees it up for the Wranglers. Jarvis, little short pooch kick. It's going to go to Hanusa up the middle, one hit, and he'll be dropped on the play. And that tackle for Shoshoni, first guy there, Julian Caballo. So 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain at their own 40 with 4:21 to play. And here's a crucial defensive opportunity for Shoshoni as Rocky Mountain will get the ball coming out of the second half as they won the opening flip and deferred. So Shoshoni, if they could stop them here, would maintain that advantage. Back-to-back drives with turnovers for Rocky Mountain, and it led to 2 Shoshoni touchdowns. Here's Weber under center. He's going to go right up the middle. Nothing fancy as Weber's going to run straight up the middle for about 11 yards. First down, Rocky Mountain. 4:15 to play first quarter. That was not fancy, but very effective for the Rocky Mountain Grizz. rumbling, stumbling the whole line, just pushing. Shoshoni was not ready for that. 28-14, 4 minutes and counting here in the first half. And again, Weber under center. One receiver set. I formation for the Grizz. They'll hand it straight up the middle to 21. He's going to break through. It'll be a first down, and then Trey Fike takes the runner down at the 35-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 15 on the play. About 15 yards, 14-yard gain on the play. So quickly 2 runs, and Rocky Mountain moves the ball downfield. First down and 10 at the 35 of Shoshoni. Weber under center. He'll hand off right up the middle, and Jackson Stanley going to get in there first on the tackle for the Wranglers. Short gain, about a yard. They're going to move it back to the 35-yard line, so no gain. Second and 10. Big senior Jackson Stanley with the nice play on defense. 2:37 and counting. Shoshoni wants to stop the Rocky Mountain offense. One receiver right, Weber under center, I formation for Rocky. Here's Weber, he'll fade to pass. He'll throw it deep down the right side. It's going to be picked off. Quentin Clark of Shoshoni goes up, the sophomore, and pulls it in as that pass intended for Keldon Betcher. But Clark had the spot, and he went up, pulled it down. So 2 fumbles and an interception, and Shoshoni holds Rocky Mountain out of the end zone. And they've got first down and 10 from their own 3-yard line. What a great defensive play by Quentin Clark to stop that Rocky Mountain drive. I'm sure Rocky's going to go in at half and say, we want to play like we did in the first quarter. Let's forget about the second. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll pass out. And a nice screen pass. And we'll get a first down for Shoshoni. It'll go up over the 15-yard line to Trumpler. So 12-yard gain for Shoshoni. First down and 10. And the clock is running now with 2 minutes to play, and I'm sure Shoshoni would love to tack on another score. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Here's Mills. He'll pitch it outside to Trumpler. Trumpler almost broke it, but it'll be another first down for Shoshoni. And that one out over the 30. So Trumpler with that 15-yard run on the option play. 1:40, the clock is running. This drive started back at the 3. There's Mills going left side, and he's going to be tackled. Trumpler's going to get tackled without the ball, and that'll be a loss on the play for Shoshoni. 1:22 and counting. Clock is running. They're going to say no gain, so it'll be second and 10 at the 31. Here's Mills. He'll fade to pass, and now he's going to take off scrambling, looking for a receiver. Mills is going to throw it down to Dom Jarvis, and Jarvis unable to come up with that football on the play. So the clock will stop with 1:03 to play in the first half. Third down and 10 as it is homecoming tonight at Shoshoni High School. They'll have an extended halftime as the royalty will be introduced, and as they did last year, I believe they drove around this track with ATVs. We'll see how it goes here with 1:03 to play first half. 28-14 lead by the Wranglers. Here's Mills out in the gun. 3 receiver set left side. Trumpler in motion. He'll pass outside to Peyton Trumpler. Trumpler off to the races. He's going to get a first down up near the 45-yard line. 54.8 seconds to play, and it'll be timeout for the Wranglers. So under a minute to play, Shoshoni with a pair of scores in this second quarter leads the Rocky Mountain Grizz in the rematch of last year's state championship game. It's 28-14 Shoshoni. We'll be back with the final minute of the first half. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on 99.1 FM, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL, his rehab and his recovery.
Welcome back. Sorry, Josh Allen. 28-14, first and 10 for Shoshoni. There's Mills back to pass. He'll throw long over the middle, tipped by Weber. And if Trey Fike catches that ball, he's going to score another Shoshoni touchdown. 49.9 seconds to play first half. Cold? Is it getting chilly? It is getting chilly. So 28-14, 49.9 seconds to play. Second down and 10. There's Mills out in the gun. Three receivers right for the Wranglers. Trumpler in motion. There's Mills. He'll throw it back left side to Jackson Stanley. He'll go up high and catch it and gain maybe 2 yards. So 3rd and 7. Timeout Shoshoni with 40.6 seconds to play in this second half. We'll go with it. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on 99.1 FM, KWYW.
Restrictions on them whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Welcome back. 28-14 score. Mills in the gun. 3rd and 7 for Shoshoni. And he's going to go down and be sacked on the play. And that's probably going to do it here in the first half. That sack by number 21 for Rocky Mountain. Timeout now taken probably by Rocky Mountain. It is. Rocky Mountain timeout, 25.4 seconds to play in the first half. Again, it's Shoshoni 28. And Rocky Mountain 14. We'll be back after a quick break. This is Shoshoni football on KWYW, the Fremont County Game of the Week.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back. We just got the word Maddox Ames is number 21 for Rocky Mountain. 4th down, Alex Mills back to punt. Got to get this off. And he gets it off. It's going to be a line drive kick that's going to go out of bounds on about the 35-yard line. 20 seconds to play first half, and now if you're Shoshoni, you just want to prevent a big play by the Rocky Mountain Grizz. 20.3 to play. Unofficially in the first half, I've got Peyton Trumpler, the leading ground gainer for Shoshoni. He's got 10 carries, and we'll add it up. He's got a run of 10 yards, a run of 8, and a run of 15. So Rocky Mountain with a pair of receivers in the set for Carson Weber. Weber is going to throw it left side, and it'll be incomplete. And that pass intended for Kilden Betcher. So 15 seconds to play. Rocky Mountain trying to get a big gain as Trey Fike playing about 12 yards off of Betcher in the secondary. 2nd and 10 for Rocky Mountain. We've got a competitive game going on over in the south end zone, and it looks like a bunch of future Shoshoni Wranglers mixing it up over there in the end zone. Wonder what the score is in that game. 15.2 seconds to play, second quarter. And now they put 17 up. So 17 seconds to play. Here's Weber in the short gun. He'll fade to pass. Jackson Stanley giving chase. Weber going to take off running, and he'll go out of bounds after a short gain with 10 seconds to play in the first half. So gain of, about 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7 at the 38. So they've got to go to the 45-yard line for a first down. 10 seconds to play first half, and I'm Rocky with 3 turnovers in the second quarter. They'll take a knee, and that'll do it. At the half, it's going to be Shoshoni 28, Rocky Mountain 14. A great second quarter for the Shoshoni team, and 3 second quarter turnovers, the key in this one. Shoshoni scored on 2 of the 3 turnovers. Hey, we'll be back with the WowToday.com halftime show coming up next after a break on KWYW, and we're streaming live on YouTube at WYO Today.
Our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Welcome back. We've got homecoming royalty being announced here in Shoshoni, and
Morgan Donaldson, Branson Thompson.
They're bringing the royalty on the field. I'd go ahead and zoom out.
Junior attendance, Hannah Howe, Ernie Barajas.
Got the junior attendance coming on the field. We'll try to get a list of these.
Max Gardner and Ellie Welter.
Senior attendance coming out on the field for the Wranglers.
Your 2022.
And now your king and queen. And we'll tell you that the king is going to be Corbin DeWitt, and the queen is Sonia Post. Congratulations to the Shoshoni High School homecoming royalty here at Shoshoni High School, and man, he looks good. Corbin DeWitt got the crown, and Sonia Post with the tiara. So congratulations to the 2022 homecoming royalty for the Shoshoni High School Wranglers. We've got about 18:30 to go before we get going here in the second half. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and talk about the scoring roundup and try to get some scores from around the state. This is Shoshoni High School football leading 28-14 in a rematch of last year's 1A 9-man state championship game in Laramie. They lead Rocky Mountain 28-14. We'll be back.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a Crow Cadillac, coupe to bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Welcome back. 28-14 score here in this extended halftime show. It's homecoming at Shoshoni High School, and we just want to say congratulations to the Shoshoni homecoming royalty led by King Corbin DeWitt and the Queen Sanja Post. And so congratulations to those two. We got going early on in this game, 8:18 to play first quarter, opening drive of the game. Shoshoni would drive 67 yards on 7 plays, capped off by a Dom Jarvis 3-yard touchdown run. It was Jarvis hitting the PAT kick, and it was 7-0 Shoshoni. At the 5:49 mark of the first quarter, it was Carson Weber of Rocky Mountain scoring on a 2-yard touchdown run, and it was 7-6. The point after kick was no good. At the 3:47 mark of the first quarter, Peyton Trumpler scored his first touchdown of the game on an 8-yard touchdown run. Jarvis's PAT made the score 14-6. Shoshoni, that capped off a 7-play, 70-yard drive for the Wranglers. Then with 1:20 to play in the first quarter, Carson Weber on a beautiful pass, 20 yards to Keldon Betcher, made the lead 14-12 for Shoshoni. Fossen's 2-point run was good, and it was tied up after that 55-yard drive after one quarter, 14-14. But then 3 second quarter turnovers by Rocky were the difference. The first coming at the 10:03 mark as Cannon Campbell picked up a botched snap. It was a shotgun snap that hit Carson Weber in the knee, and Campbell would rumble 53 yards on the fumble return for the score. Dom Jarvis would hit the PAT, and it was 21-14 Shoshoni. Then at the 4:25 mark, after another fumble, it was Alex Mills hitting Jackson Stanley on a 20-yard scoring pass. At the 4:25 mark, Jarvis's PAT made it 28-14. That was a 5-play, 32-yard drive following the fumble by the Rocky Mountain Grizz. Halftime score here, 28-14. Unofficial stats so far, leading ground gainer for Shoshoni, Peyton Trumpler. I've got him for 11 carries, 54 yards, and that 8-yard touchdown run. Cannon Campbell has a 26-yard run in the game. Alex Mills with 3 carries. I've got him for 22 yards and a 3-yard run in the first half by Dom Jarvis. That's about all the stats that I can keep. Rocky Mountain with 3 penalties for 29 yards. Shoshoni with 1 penalty for 15 yards. Halftime score, Shoshoni 28, Rocky Mountain 14. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. We'll look at scores around the state. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW 99.1 FM, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back as we're inside 7 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll get some scores first in Class 4A, third quarter score, number 3, Natrona 51, Cheyenne South 0. Third quarter score, Campbell County 28, Kelly Walsh 21. Fourth quarter score, Cheyenne Central 42, Laramie 0. At the half, it's Cheyenne East 34. They're the number 1 ranked team in Class 4A, Rock Springs 7. And at the half, number 2 Sheridan 28, number 5 Thunder Basin 12. In Class 3A, Star Valley, a final 21-0 today over Evanston. Final score, number 1 Cody 54, number 4 Jackson 7. At the half, Buffalo 22, Lander 7. Fourth quarter score, Douglas 24, number 5 Worland 7. That is a number 5 versus number 5 game in Class 3A. At the half tonight, Powell 13, Green River 8. And halftime score from Rollins, Riverton 14. And Rollins 6. In Class 2A tonight, final score, Cokeville 35, Kemmer 12. Final score, number 3 Lyman 28, number 4 Mountain View 10. Fourth quarter score, Tongue River 21, Newcastle 7. Final score, Bighorn, the number 5 team in Class 2A 42, Torrington 7. Final score, Burns 21, Upton Sundance 8. And a halftime score, Wheatland 7. Glenrock 6. Class 1A 9-man, number 3 Wind River 20, number 5 Big Piney 18. It was Burks with the game-winning touchdown for the Wind River Cougars tonight. So big win for Coach Frederick and the Wind River Cougars. Congratulations to everyone out in Pavilion. Fourth quarter score tonight, number 1 Pine Bluffs 49, Moorcroft 0. Final score, Saratoga 76, Guernsey Sunrise 0. Of course, here, number 2 Shoshoni 28, Rocky Mountain 14. At the half, Lingo Fort Laramie 36, Wright 0. Riverside won by forfeit over St. Stephen's. Just want to give my best wishes to D. Harrison. He stepped down as coach of St. Stephen's, and I guess they're unable to play as they don't have a certified head coach. Halftime score, Southeast 7, Luss 6. Class 1A 9-man encampment 70, Hannah Elk Mountain 0. Final score, KC 48, Midwest 33. And tonight, Thermopolis gets past Rich County, Utah over in Hot Springs County. Final score in that one, Thermopolis 28, Rich County 24. Tomorrow in 1A 6-man local football, it'll be Farson Eden at number 2 DuBois at 2 p.m. And, of course, tomorrow night at 8:15 p.m., it will be Wyoming traveling to play Brigham Young University, their first contest against each other in 5 years. And the other score we had from last night, 1A 9-man, it was Grable 56, Wyoming Indian 14, and in 6-man last night, number 3 Burlington 54 and Meeteetse 16. Incidentally, we'll have the DuBois-Meeteetse game next Saturday from the upper country in DuBois. That's a fun place to call a football game, and 6-man football. That's fun, man. You gotta stay on your toes as a radio announcer to do those type of games. So we're about 3 minutes to go here in the halftime break. Is Shoshoni back on the field? We haven't seen Rocky back on the field, but we're going to talk to the sports writer of the Lovell Chronicle here coming up next. He's got a really cheesy-looking St. Louis Cardinals hat on. We'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on 99.1 FM, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back as we get ready to roll here. 1.5 minutes to go in the halftime as Rocky Mountain back out on the field. It'll be Rocky Mountain football as they won the opening flip and deferred to the second half. And Shoshoni took advantage of those 3 second quarter turnovers. Cannon Campbell, the biggest beneficiary, as Cannon, with 10:03 to play in the second quarter, returned a fumble 53 yards for a score. Dom Jarvis's leg was busy in that first half. He had 4 PAT kicks and 4 kickoffs in the first half. Shoshoni, well, they went on scoring drives of 32 yards, 70 yards, 67 yards in the first half. And they had that 53-yard fumble return for a touchdown. So Shoshoni's right where they want to be. They've got to come out and open up on defense to start this second half. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
On therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Welcome back to Shoshoni High School. The number 2 ranked Shoshoni Wranglers, number 4 ranked Rocky Mountain Grizz, and we've been thinking about this game, had it circled on my calendar for a while, the rematch of the 1A 9-man state championship game of last year, and there's a really good chance that these two teams could meet again this year. Shoshoni taking advantage of those 3 second quarter turnovers to build a 2-touchdown lead on Rocky Mountain. But no lead is safe in 9-man football, especially when you've got athletes like Carson Weber out there for Rocky Mountain. Weber, he had a very solid first half of play, so Dom Jarvis going to tee it up for Shoshoni as Rocky Mountain finally takes the field. 12-minute quarters in 9-man football. Appreciate the all these sponsors of Friday Night Lights here on the Wind River Network. They're across the bottom of your screen. If you get a chance, tell them thank you. Here's Jarvis. He will approach the football. It'll be a onside kick and covered up right at midfield. And making that recovery, number 86 for Rocky Mountain. It'll be Brenner Moore. So 1st and 10. I kind of like to see Shoshoni kick it a bit deeper. They're giving Rocky all kinds of good field position. We're just underway, 11:58 to play, 3rd quarter. And it'll be Shoshoni football. Weber under center. 2 running backs behind him. He'll hand off. Nope. He'll fade right and be run down after a short gain. Peyton Trumpler on that tackle at the 40, about the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7. So Weber off to the races, and Trumpler came from his middle linebacker spot with the big tackle for Shoshoni. Clock is running. Good field position as that onside kick was recovered by Moore at the 50. Here's Weber under center. 1 running back, or 2 running backs, 1 receiver. Pass right side, caught by Betcher. He'll make a move and step out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It'll be about 2 yards short of a 1st down. That gain of, we'll say a gain of 6. So quick hitting play from Weber to Betcher. Don't see this much in high school football, but Rocky Mountain with their names on their back of their jerseys. Of course, that'd never fly at the University of Wyoming with old school Craig Bowl. Does not go for that. Here's Weber. He's going to get a 1st down on that quarterback sneak all the way down. Well, they're going to say to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10. So gain of 3 yards. 1st down. Rocky Mountain at the 39 of Shoshoni. 10:55 to play 3rd quarter from Shoshoni High School, the home of the Shoshoni Wranglers. Beautiful night for football. Good crowd. A lot of people in their vehicles tonight across the way and clear around on the south side of the end zone. Here's Weber. He'll hand off straight up the key. And a big gain and a tackle by Alex Mills. But we did get a name on number 21. It's Maddox Ames with the big running back, or big run on the play inside the 25-yard line where he'll be taken down. 1st and 10 after the 15-yard run by Ames.
At the Shoshoni 33, 23.
So 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line of Shoshoni. Weber under center, I formation, handoff straight ahead to Ames. Ames going to have a big run before Cannon Campbell takes him down at the 15-yard line. Another near first down run. Gain of 8 on the play. So 2nd and 2. At the Shoshoni 16. 9:47 and counting in the 3rd quarter, and Shoshoni looking for a way to stop Rocky Mountain on their first drive of this 3rd quarter. Weber comes under center again, one receiver right, I formation for Rocky. Weber hands off to Ames, big hole right side, and he's going to get a first down and finally be wrestled down on the play by Trumpler and Quentin Clark. Good hit by Trumpler. And a 1st and goal at the 6. So gain of 10 for Ames, and Shoshoni without an answer to slow down the Rocky Mountain running back here in the 3rd quarter. Same formation, one receiver right, I formation for Rocky. Weber under center. He'll hand off to Ames. Ames going to go in for a Rocky Mountain touchdown. 6-yard run on the opening drive. Took 3 minutes, 2 seconds for that first score of the second half, and Shoshoni couldn't slow him. So 6-yard scoring run by Ames with 8:58 to play in the 3rd. And now going for 2 will be Rocky Mountain. They've went once for 2, and Shoshoni held them out. Weber under center. You can bet they'll hand it to Ames. He's going to be tackled in the backfield and then fumbles the ball. It'll be recovered by Alex Mills, so that PAT is not good.
With 8:58 left in the 3rd quarter, Shoshoni 28.
So 3 minutes and 2 seconds that it took Rocky Mountain to score. And it's 28-20.
The Rocky Mountain scoring play, 7
scoring play drive and 50 yards.
Ames with the 2-yard touchdown.
So Ames with that 6-yard touchdown run. We'll take a quick break. This is Shoshoni football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Welcome back. 28-20 ball game. 8:58 to play 3rd quarter. And the kick by Ames, it's not going to go 10 yards. It'll go out of bounds at the 45 of Rocky Mountain. That little onside kick did not work, and the flags fly. So good field position for Shoshoni. They will take the ball 1st and 10 at about the 44 of Rocky Mountain. I think they have the option of re-kicking. We'll see if it'll be a penalty. Nope, it'll be 1st and 10 at the Rocky Mountain 44 for the Wranglers. So great field position after that botched onside attempt by Ames. Mills comes out in the gun, one receiver right side. One in the slot, that's Trey Fike. There's a handoff right up the middle, Peyton Trumpler. Nope, they're going to fake it, and it's going to go downfield, incomplete to Trey Fike. I went with the fake to Trumpler. He got hit hard, but Mills took it outside and lofted it downfield into double coverage. Trey Fike never got his hands on the ball as the defender tipped it away. Incomplete, 2nd and 10 for Shoshoni. Trying to watch this with binoculars. 3 running backs in the backfield. Trey Fike on the right side. Handoff Cannon Campbell. And the big man going to just work his way as Fossen takes him down along with number 30 Betcher. 7-yard gain for Cannon Campbell. So 3rd, they're going to say gain of 6. So 3rd and 4 at the 39 of Rocky Mountain. 2 downs to get 4 yards. We'll see how it goes here. Mills back to pass. He's going to throw deep to Jackson Stanley. It's going to go long after Mills took a big hit. Stanley, he was running about as fast as the big man could go. The double nines incomplete. So 4th and 4 for Shoshone. And Mills going to drop to punt. So Rocky Mountain comes out and holds to open this 3rd quarter. Here's the up, handoff to Peyton Trumpler. He's going to be stopped short of a 1st down. So that was a fake. And Trumpler stopped a yard short of a 1st down. So big defensive play at the 8:02 mark by the Rocky Mountain defense. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain at their own 36. Right now, momentum kind of swinging back toward Rocky Mountain in this rematch of last year's 1A 9-man state championship game. Weber brings his team to the line. Fossen right side in the eye. There's a handoff right side to Ames. And unable to get him down, he's going to have a nice gain. Dom Jarvis with the tackle, but not before a gain of 5 yards on the play. Ames, good running back. 2nd, now they're going to say a gain of 6, so 2nd and 4. 7:37 and counting to go for Rocky Mountain. Weber under center. Ames doing a nice job at running back. He'll not get the handoff. Weber going to go back, and it pass going to be incomplete, intended for Hanuga, and then we're going to get a flag thrown on the play over there as the defender had a hold of the running back, Jackson Hanusa. And it's going to go for a 1st down. They say holding on the defense.
Pass interference on the
nope, pass interference. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. That'll be the 2nd penalty, pass interference. So 2 penalties, 30 yards. Will move the ball all the way inside Shoshone territory to the 44. 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain. Grizz with the momentum. 1 receiver left side in the eye. Handoff, Ames off the right tackle. He's going to get the corner. Trumpler going to have to wrestle him down, but he'll get inside the 30 all the way down to the 24-yard line. Gain of 19 on that run, and nothing fancy, just off the right tackle. So 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain at the 25 of Shoshone. 7 minutes and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Weber under center, and we'll get the left guard moving for Rocky Mountain, and it'll be a false start on Rocky Mountain.
5-yard penalty.
4 penalties now for 34 yards on Rocky Mountain. On the other side, 2 penalties on Shoshoni for 30 yards. So 1st and 15 after that 5-yard false start penalty. That penalty whistled on Russell Crosby, the left guard for Rocky Mountain. So Weber brings his team to the line. He's under center. 1st and 15. Here's a handoff left side. Through the middle, the fullback that time. And he will gain those 5 yards back to Hanusa. So Hanusa was carrying the ball throughout the first half, but then Ames came on, and since he's been carrying the ball, he's been getting the edge on the Wranglers. 2nd and 10. Just inside the 25 with 6:06 to play, 3rd quarter. Rocky scored on his first possession of the first half. It was a 50-yard drive. Handoff up the middle. Hanusa, he's got a wide open lane of Goodwill. He's going to go toward the goal line inside the 5 for Hanusa. All the way from the 25 to about the 3. That's a run of 22 yards for Hanusa. They were expecting, I believe, Ames to carry the ball. And that'll give Rocky a 1st and goal inside the 5. We're going to say it's about the 4-yard line. So the drive continues for Rocky Mountain. Weber in the short gun. 2 receivers set, 1 on each side. Handoff, Hanusa. And he's going to bully his way. And fumble! And it's picked up by Shoshoni. Alex Mills with the recovery. And Shoshoni bends but does not break. That's turnover number 4 now on the Rocky Mountain Grizz after a great drive. It ends with a fumble recovery by Alex Mills at the 5:22 mark. So Shoshoni with the football deep inside their own territory, about the 3-yard line. 1st and 10. Big break for the Wranglers. Now they've got to move the ball. Here's 3 running backs. Handoff Trumpler, right side. He's unable to go anywhere. And it's going to be downed inside the 1. So loss of 2. And it looks like the ball just outside the goal line. 2nd down as Rocky Mountain started the sack dance. But it went for a loss just inside the 1. 2nd down and 11 for Shoshoni. Trumpler dotting the I. 2 receivers set. Here's Mills. He'll come out of the end zone and try to pitch it. Picked up by Trumpler, and he'll pick it up and be tackled out near the 9-yard line. But that was a near disaster for Shoshoni on the option play that went nowhere. But luckily, Trumpler was there and picked it up. That'll bring up 3rd and 3 for Shoshoni at the 9-yard line. Big play here for the Wranglers. 4:09 to play, 3rd quarter. Here's the short gun. Handoff to Trumpler. He's out over the 10, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right at the 1st down marker, and they're going to say 1st down for Shoshoni. So big run by Trumpler, maybe his biggest run of the night. Unofficially 13 carries now, 57 yards for Peyton Trumpler. 1st down and 10. Looks like at about the 14-yard line. Handoff right side, Mills. He'll pass it. Picked up by Trey Fike. And Trey going to get a 1st down. Big run after the catch. And it'll be out to the 30-yard line. Fike with the acrobatic play. And a first down at the 29. So big pass play for Shoshoni to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. Wranglers hope to take advantage of the fourth turnover of the game on Rocky Mountain. Here's Mills in the shotgun, two receivers right side. He'll hand off to Trumpler. Trumpler with the tough gain. Looks like 8 yards on the play for Peyton Trumpler. Right over the right guard that time. 2:56 to play third quarter. Big run by Trumpler. Those are the type of runs that just take the air out of a defense. 2nd and 2 for Shoshoni. 3 running backs in the backfield. Hand off to Cannon Campbell. He's going to be wrestled down for a short gain, maybe a foot on the play. Third. They're going to move it forward about a yard. So we're going to say 3rd and 2 for Shoshoni. Wranglers out in the shotgun. And Mills going to jump. That was going to be a quarterback snake, but that time the center, the homecoming king, Corbin DeWitt, does not snap the ball. And that'll cost Shoshoni 5 yards on the false start. So 3 penalties now, 35 yards on Shoshoni. 2 minutes to play third quarter. 28-20 lead for the Wranglers. Second-ranked team in the state. Here's Mills out in the gun. 1 back each side of Alex Mills. Mills will hand off Trumpler. Trumpler going to get a first down over the 40-yard line. Rocky Mountain was expecting a pass, and Trumpler runs for 8 yards and a Shoshoni first down. Big first down play for the Wranglers. 1st and 10 from the 41. Mills in the shotgun. Fakes it, hands it off, and then he's going to be sacked in the backfield all the way back at the 35-yard line. And that sack going to go to Nate Minnemeyer. That'll lose 6 yards on the sack. Minnemeyer was on Mills so quickly, nothing to do. And now a minute to go in this third quarter. Fast-moving third quarter. 2nd and 16 for Shoshoni. They've got to go to the 49 for a first down. Here's the handoff to Cannon Campbell. And a short gain on the play. Probably, we're going to say 5 yards. It'll be, no, it's a gain of 4. So 3rd down and 12 at the 39 of Shoshoni. Shoshoni's got to go to about the 49 of Rocky Mountain for a first down. Here's Max Mills calling off a play, so we'll see what the call is going to be, as they don't have to run another play in this quarter. So after 3 quarters, Shoshoni with the football leading the Rocky Mountain Grizz 28-20. We'll be back after a break. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week. Fourth quarter coming up next on 99.1 FM, and we're streaming on WYO Today at YouTube.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Welcome back, 28-20, first play of the fourth quarter. And Wrangler 3rd down and 12 from their own 39. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll fade to pass, throw it deep down the left side, and it'll go out of bounds. Pass intended for Dom Jarvis. So 6 seconds here in the fourth quarter, and Mills going to have to drop to punt for Shoshoni. Back deep for Rocky Mountain is going to be number 30, and that'll be Kilden Betcher. So Mills going to get the snap. Punt is away, and it's a good one. And the ball will take a Shoshoni bounce and be covered up at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain at their own 20 with 11:44 to play in this ball game. And I apologize, I failed to mention that our halftime show was brought to you by Central Wyoming College. For information on their wide range of courses and programs, including their 4-year bachelor's degree programs, visit cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College, make your way out here. So brought to you by Central Wyoming College. Thank you for sponsoring our halftime show. 1st and 10 at the 20 for Rocky Mountain. Here's Weber. He'll hand it off to Ames. Unable to get away from Cannon Campbell. It'll be Campbell with the tackle on Ames after a gain of, looks like about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 for Rocky Mountain. 11:25 to play and counting here at Shoshone High School. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW 99.1 FM. 2nd and 7 for Rocky Mountain. Here's Weber in the gun. One receiver in motion. He'll get the ball right side, cuts in, and Dom Jarvis forces a near fumble, and Jarvis with the nifty tackle. Gain of 3, and that run by Kilden Betcher on the end around play. So 3rd and 3 at the 27-yard line, and we'll get a whistle on the play and a timeout taken by Rocky Mountain. We'll go with it. It's Shoshone 28, Rocky Mountain 20, 10:26 to play from Shoshone High School on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure.
Welcome back. 28-20 ball game. Of course, if you're in town this weekend, the Central Wyoming College Rustler Roundup is happening down at the Fremont County Fairgrounds. Hey, go give the Rustlers a cheer or two. They do a great job at CWC. Here's Weber. He'll hand off right side to Ames. Ames will break it outside, and he'll be near a first down, just short. Well, they're going to say first down on the play. I think it's short, but they wave the sticks, and it'll be a first down at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain. 9:55 and counting here. Shoshoni with a 28-20 lead. Number 2 over number 4 right now. Of course, this the rematch of last year's 1A 9-man state championship game. And Rocky Mountain, they looked pretty driven early, but 4 turnovers in this game has been the difference. Here's Weber. He'll hand off left side to Ames, and Ames will plow over the top of Dom Jarvis after a gain of 8 yards. This Ames running back, he's the real deal. So 2nd and 2 for Rocky Mountain. 9 minutes to play. The blue and gold coming off my right side. Somebody just yelled, "Let's go, Blue, fire up." Weber under center in the eye. Hand off again to Ames, and a big tackle by Jackson Stanley got a hold of Ames's ankle and forced the put down and forces the 3rd and 1. 8:40 to play in this game. 28-20 ball game. Good crowd out tonight at Shoshoni. Guessing 300-400 people here. Probably roughly the population of town. Weber under center, I formation, 1 receiver left. He'll hand off to the fullback, and a first down for Rocky Mountain. Hanusa on that carry. Nothing fancy here on this drive. Straight up the middle and off tackle plays for Rocky. First down and 10 at the 43-yard line of Rocky. 8 minutes to play. A lot of encouragement from the fans for this Shoshoni defense. Here's Weber under center, straight up the middle. He's going to run for 7 yards right to midfield. Actually, just inside midfield on the Shoshoni side of the field. 2nd down and 3. And Rocky right back to the line of scrimmage. Weber under center. He'll hand it off right side to Ames. And Ames going to be tackled after a short gain. Trumpler on that tackle. Also in for Shoshoni, Theo Litz, senior defensive lineman. 3rd and a yard. Rocky doing a nice job running clock as we move toward the 7-minute mark in this game. 8-point lead for the Wranglers. Good ball game. Here's Weber. He'll step under center, 3rd and a yard. He'll go out to pass, throw it long over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Defensive breakup that time again. Quentin Clark had the Velcro coverage for the Wranglers. 4th and 1 now as that pass intended for Simmons on the play. He thought he'd been interfered with, but the official right there said no. Great defense. 6:46 to play, 4th and a yard. Big play for the Shoshoni defense. Can they hold the Rocky Mountain Grizz? The answer is no. Weber still running, and he's going to go inside the 40-yard line of Shoshoni. Big run for Carson Weber on 4th and 1. To 40 yards from pay dirt, 6:40 to play as the sticks are set and the clock should start. It does. Grinded out drive by Rocky Mountain. Weber steps under center. Hands off to Ames. Jackson Stanley with the tackle. Reaching out, grabbing a hold of Ames on the play. The big man pulls down the good running back. No gain. 2nd and 10. 6:06 to play and counting. This drive has taken about 4 minutes off the clock. .28-20 ball game. Weber back under center, I formation. One receiver left. Here's a pitch left side to Ames. Good pursuit by Shoshoni. Peyton Trumpler, Jackson Stanley credited with that tackle for Shoshoni. And a gain inside the 40 to about the 39. It'll be 3rd and about 8. Shoshoni defense picking it up as Cannon Campbell back in the game for Shoshoni. Weber, one receiver right side. Fossen, Shoshoni playing way off of him. And here's going to be a penalty, false start on Rocky Mountain. So that'll back them up another 5, and it'll be 3rd and about 14. 5:03 to play. And this becomes a bigger penalty right now. So 3rd and 14 at the 44-yard line. They've got to go right to the 30-yard line for a first down. Wolverines get their first win of the year, 14-6 over Rollins. Here's Weber in the shotgun and a reverse to Betcher. He's going to gain yards but be stopped at the 35-yard line on 4th down. So the Shoshoni defense will be faced with a 4th and 5 play after Betcher on the end-around play gained roughly 9-10 yards, probably 9 yards on the play. So 4th and 5, 4.5 minutes to play and counting. Big defensive play here for the Wranglers. Weber under center. He'll hand off and they'll collide. And Shoshoni holds. Peyton Trumpler in the backfield. Takes Ames down. Weber and Ames ran into each other in the backfield. Ames is upset. He went the wrong way through the wrong hole. And he ran right into his quarterback, Carson Weber. First down, Shoshoni with 4:10 to play. So great drive by Rocky Mountain, but ends on 4th down. And a great defensive play by Peyton Trumpler. First down, Shoshoni at their own 40-yard line. Here's a handoff left side, Peyton Trumpler. He'll gain 5 on first down. 2nd and 5 for Shoshoni. Now we're inside 4 minutes. 3:59, 3:54 and counting. 2nd down 5 for the Wranglers. Conference battle here. Rematch. Last year's 1A 9-man state championship game. And now the Wranglers looking to run clock. And they'll set their play in motion as the back judge says 5 seconds to go. Here's Trumpler over the right side. He's going to gain 2, 3, maybe 4 yards on the play. And he'll do it. 3rd down and 1 for Shoshoni. They're ripping and tearing at his jersey and trying to take Peyton's jersey off him, take the football away as we wind down to the 3-minute mark. 3 minutes to play. Shoshoni, big 3rd down play right now. I'm guessing it'll go maybe over the right side. 2 receivers left. Mills in the short gun. And they try to draw Rocky off sides. Here's Trumpler up the middle, and he'll make it to the 50. And we'll see where they mark it. They're going to say, is it going to be short? It is going to be short on the play after the guy on one side had it marked for a first down. Guy on the other says, no, it's a half-yard short. So it'll be 4th and about a yard for Shoshoni with 2:23 to play. Mills in the shotgun. First down might be enough. And a timeout going to be taken by Shoshoni with 2:08 to play, facing a 4th and about 18 inches to go for a first down. One side judge had it marked for a first down. The other guy said, no, it's short. 9:08 on a Friday night. We'll keep it here as Shoshoni in the timeout. Biggest play of the game coming up. With 1:08 to play in Lander, Buffalo up on Lander, 29-21. Sports guy Sean O'Brate saying game's basically over. It must be Buffalo football. So good wins tonight for Thermopolis and Riverton. Wind River with a big win. Shoshoni trying to make it 4 for 4 today. 4 games covered by the Wind River Radio Network. 4th and about 1 for Shoshoni. They've got to get to the 50.
Wranglers at their own 49.
Wranglers come out in the short gun. 4th and less than a yard. Here's the handoff to Trumpler. He's going to get a first down and more over midfield and down to the 43-yard line with 2:03 to play. Big run by Peyton Trumpler. He'll gain 7 on the play. First down Shoshoni on the 43 of Rocky Mountain. We're inside 2 minutes to play, and now Shoshoni just takes their time after a big run by Peyton Trumpler. 2 receivers in the backfield, 2 receivers right for Shoshoni. 1:40 to play. Mills to Trumpler. Trumpler just straight forward. He's going to take Rocky inside the 35, just packing runners. What a great run by Trumpler. That was just pure guts, determination, and leg drive. First down for Shoshoni on the 32 of Rocky Mountain. Clock winds inside, 1:19 to play, and it's still going. Rocky, they need a turnover, and Mills going to come over and talk things over with his coach and then go back out on the field with 1 minute to play. Clock is still running. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Shoshoni with 51.9 seconds to play. Leading 28-20 on the Fremont County Game of the Week. We'll be back.
And tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a Crow Cadillac, coupe to bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back. 1st and 10 for Shoshoni. at the 32-yard line of Rocky Mountain. Three running backs in the backfield surrounding Mills. He'll hand off to Peyton Trumpler. Trumpler over the left side will be knocked off his feet at the 31-yard line, and a quick timeout by Rocky Mountain with 46.5 seconds to play. We'll take another break. Shoshoni 28, Rocky Mountain 20, 46 seconds to go, and a big one here at Shoshoni High School.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County's school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Welcome back here. Shoshoni up on Rocky Mountain 28-20. 2nd and 7 for Shoshoni with 48 seconds to play. They put a second and a half back on the clock after that timeout taken by the Grizzlies. Shoshoni, they win this game. They improve to 2-0 in conference play, 3-1 overall. And Rocky Mountain would drop to 1-2 in conference play and 2-2 overall. Of course, Rocky, with that loss, will have to fight tooth and nail to get in the 1A 9-man playoffs. Mills in the gun, 2 receivers left. Handoff left side, Peyton Trumpler. Trumpler going to take the edge. He's going to get a first down and go out of bounds. And that effectively takes care of this win for the Shoshoni Wranglers. Gain on the play down inside the 20-yard line.
11 on the play.
11-yard run.
Wrangler, first down.
And coming off the field limping, helped off by Coach, is going to be Kellen Lennon, but looks like he's favoring an ankle. So 1st and 10 for Shoshoni, and they can literally go into victory formation. And that's the best play in football, folks. Mills takes a knee. And the clock has not started. So 41 seconds to play. Clock never started, and now we've got the invasion of the Miller Maws out by the lights here at Shoshoni High School. They started the clock finally. It's inside 30 seconds. They'll have to down it one more time as we go inside 20 seconds to play. Mills in the victory formation, takes another knee, and that's going to do it. From Shoshoni High School, final score, the number 2 Shoshoni Wranglers win their 3rd game of the year. It's Shoshoni 28, Rocky Mountain 20. The Shoshoni Wranglers, number 2 team in the state, will improve on the season to 3-1 and, more importantly, 2-0 in conference play as they match Wind River now at the top of the West Conference here in 1A 9-man football. Congratulations to the Shoshoni Wranglers, 28-20 final score here at Shoshoni High School. We'll be back with the Click It or Ticket postgame show and interviews with the coach of the Shoshoni Wranglers, Tony Trumpler, coming up next on KWYW. We're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today. Back with the Click It or Ticket postgame show coming up next.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back on the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Final score, Shoshoni 28, Rocky Mountain 20. We're going to get Coach Tony Trumpler up here on the post-game show. And what a win. Homecoming victory for the Shoshoni Wranglers tonight. Scoring summary tonight, first quarter, it was 7-0 Shoshoni at the 8:18 mark after Dom Jarvis scored on a 3-yard touchdown run. It was a Jarvis PAT kick. 7-0. That was a 7-play, 67-yard drive for the Wranglers. Rocky Mountain would come right back on a drive of their own and culminate on a 2-yard touchdown run to close the gap to 7-6 at the 5:49 mark. With 3:47 to play, Peyton Trumpler scored on an 8-yard touchdown run. Jarvis's PAT made it 14-6 with 3:47 to play in the first quarter. Then it was a 7-play, 70-yard drive for Shoshoni on that Trumpler run. So 14-6 after 3:47 to play in the first quarter. At the 1:20 mark, it was Carson Weber hooking up with Keldon Betcher on a 20-yard scoring pass. That made the score 14-12, and then Fossen with a 2-point run. It was 14-14 after the 55-yard drive and the first quarter. But then things went south for Rocky Mountain in that second quarter. They had 3 turnovers in the second quarter. First one, well, Cannon Campbell picked up a fumble on a botched snap, and Campbell rumbled 53 yards for a run off the fumble. Dom Jarvis's kick made it 21-14 Shoshoni. Then Alex Mills hooked up with Jackson Stanley on a 20-yard scoring pass. Jarvis's PAT at the 4:25 mark made the score 28-14 Shoshoni. At the half, that was a 5-play, 32-yard drive after a turnover by Rocky Mountain. So 28-14 after the first half. Third quarter score, 6-yard run by Ames. Very good running back for Rocky Mountain on a 7-play, 50-yard drive. The PAT run was no good. It was 28-20, and that's where it would end for Shoshoni. They would hold off Rocky Mountain on a long drive that culminated in another fumble recovered by Alex Mills. And boy, this game got away from Rocky Mountain on those 4 turnovers. They just could not beat Shoshoni on homecoming night. Shoshoni Wranglers tonight win it 28-20 over Rocky Mountain. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have Coach Tony Trumpler joining us here on the post-game show. Big homecoming victory tonight for the Shoshoni Wranglers, 28-20 over the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. We'll be back with Shoshoni coach Tony Trumpler on the post-game show, brought to you by Click It or Ticket.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm Minister At New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center.
Welcome back. We're on the post-game show. Cody Beers and Coach Tony Trumpler. And Coach, big win on homecoming for you guys. And I know your center tonight is the homecoming queen, Corbin DeWitt, and I know he was proud of that. He had the big crown on, but you guys came out in the second half after a opportunistic second quarter, and really it was a defensive battle in that second half.
Yeah, we came out at the second half, and we were really flat. Defense, I don't know if we just kind of put the brakes on a little bit or a little excited for the homecoming stuff or what, but we kind of just, I think, put the brakes on a little bit, and we're not performing like we usually do.
Well, you guys came out in that first quarter, and it was back and forth. I mean, you lost the coin flip, but you drove right down and scored, but then they answered. And then you answered, and they answered. I mean, it was 14-14 at the end of a quarter. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, like I said, whenever us and Rocky play, you're always going to be in for a good game. I mean, I don't care how lopsided it is as far as talent goes. It seems like we always play each other tough. We knew going into this that it was going to be a back and forth. I was kind of hoping, like I said, my defense would step up a little bit more than they did tonight, but that's all stuff we can fix. So.
Well, that second quarter, Rocky's driving, and it seems like maybe they've got some momentum, but it was a botched snap out of the shotgun that hit Carson Weber in the knee, and then the ball was kicked out. Cannon Campbell picked it up, and he was gone.
Yeah, at halftime, when we went in, he's like, man, Coach, I really unhitched the trailer on that one. He's like, I got that ball, and I was making sure nobody could catch me. He's like, I found a different gear for sure.
And then you guys took advantage of the third turnover of that second quarter, and Alex Mills, a nifty pass to the big man, Jackson Stanley, 20-yard scoring pass, and that makes you feel good. It gives you that 2-touchdown margin going into halftime.
Yeah, we were moving, and everything was kind of going the way we wanted it to and expected it to, and it's kind of hard to forget about Jackson because he's pretty big, but you'd be surprised how often he can sneak out into the flats or something like that. And yeah, like I said, I don't know what happened after halftime.
Well, Rocky loses their third conference game now, but they've only got, I guess you could say, maybe one tough one left as they've got to go to Wind River still. You guys still have games coming up against Big Piney and Wind River. So, I mean, there's a lot of things to be settled going down the second half of this conference season.
Oh, for sure. This conference it probably won't be settled where everybody goes until the last game of the season. With Wind River and Rocky playing in the last week, it could be a coin flip. We have to handle our business, and hopefully we can secure that number one spot, and then we don't have to worry about that, and then they can worry about all that stuff. So.
All right, Coach Tony Trumpler, this West Side, it's tough every week, it seems like, and I know your guys they're continuing to, hone their ball game, and you got to feel good getting a homecoming victory.
Yeah, a good tight game is always good for everybody. and that's what I like to see with these guys. Is it was a tight game kind of the whole way through. I know we were up by 2 touchdowns, but it was still a tight game, and the momentum switched a lot, and we never kind of like hung our head very, or anything like that. And we kept powering through, and that's what we need to see for especially deep into the season.
All right, Coach Tony Trumpler, congratulations. Hey, thanks for joining us up here on the post-game show. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for coming over and doing all this. This is awesome. Thanks.
That's Tony Trumpler, and we're going to get out of here. Hey, congratulations to the Shoshoni Wranglers. It was a great crowd out here. We had a helicopter in here in the pregame, brought to you by Guardian Life Flight, and just a lot of fun. Homecoming, royalty, big crowd. Probably most of the town was here tonight, and it was a blast. So we'll be back next weekend. Fremont County Game of the Week takes us to DuBois on Saturday next week as Matitsi comes in to the upper country, and we'll be up there and we'll have a blast. So for everyone in the studios, appreciate Katie and the general manager of the Wind River Radio Network, Kevin Shields. I'm Cody Beers. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and a great weekend. And go Pokes tomorrow night in Provo, Utah.
Highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval, minimum